Hello everybody, I am back with another Thrifty Thursday. This is an open collaboration hosted by Cherie at Turquoise Dreaming, and I will have a link down below to her channel, and she will have links to all the people that participate in Thrifty Thursday. So I hope you'll check it out, and it's super fun to see everybody's thrifting finds and all that. So my video today is again part of the Epic estate sale. I think this is video number 10 now. So yeah, I'll just keep going until I've kind of gone through everything for the most part. But there's still a lot left, so there's going to be quite a few more parts. I will try to go through them more quickly. So that being said, let's get started. So in my last video for the Epic estate sale, I had shown a box full of kind of journals and things like that, and I just showed a few, and I said I would go through the box and kind of pull out anything that was kind of unique. So that's what I'm going to show you first, a few things that I thought that would be fun to share. So these were in there. These are sketchbooks. There was 2 of them. And mind you that, you know, this stuff wasn't neatly in that box. I have gone through multiples of boxes and other things and gathered it all together. So this stuff was strewn about in other things. So anyways, these were Lavina's. She is the artist of the family, if you've been following along and watching the other videos. So I knew I had more sketchbooks of hers that I had seen, but I couldn't remember where I had placed them. So this is a lot of her sketches, and these she's done just on postcards. So just fun to see her work. And I think in the last video I showed you some of her sketching, you know, materials, her pencils and things. I haven't found any paints or any of that kind of thing, but pretty neat. And so this one is pretty much full of sketches and such. So this is really neat. And then there's this bigger one. Yeah, so she just would sketch on these scraps of paper. I mean, that's really what this is from the Holiday Inn. I remember that logo and that sign. So anyways, super fun. And she did write, so approaching Indianapolis, Route 40. And this was 1952. A stream beyond, what is it, Wilson College, Pennsylvania, in 57. Joe and George Orr's home in New York. Okay. I was going to say that kind of looks like the house that was here that I went through, but this says New York, so anyways. 57, 58, this is 1970. And some blank paper. So those are neat to have. Okay, I did find this journal in there. And I don't know why I pulled it out. You've all seen these, but I don't know. It's just a mini one. I love this paper. We had some checks and a letter pinned on. I just love it. It's just a pin. But the year on this was 1906, 1919. So he was very meticulous. James Silver was with keeping his records. Oh, some stationery. I don't know why, but that's pretty. Oh, and this was, I found, just kind of strewn about, but it is paper. So how cool is that, huh? I love it. Watermarked in there too. So that's neat. But this what I found, I thought was cool. I don't know if my parents had one or what, but it's just an address card and it works. So I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I thought it was pretty cool. So this says index of, oh yeah, index of Victor records. So they had a player piano there, which that's where I got all the rolls of piano music. And then they had a ton of records. And they're the Victor records and just that time period of records. And I did find a bunch of them. I did bring them home and they work on, I have an old stereo from my parents and they work on there, so it's pretty neat. A lot of them got broken, but there's still a lot, so I think that's pretty neat. Anyways, they kept an inventory of all their records they have, so I thought it was neat. This is a music appreciation, Flossie Meyer, freshman 1923. So get on to the Orr side of the family. Joanna's mom was Florence. Joanna's grandfather is him. This is Joanna's grandfather. So her mom's side of the family, this is her side of the family. Her mom's name was Florence. I believe they called her Flo. And then I think Florence's mother, I don't know what her real name was, but they called her Flossie, I believe. I'm not 100% on that, but I'm thinking, I don't know. Anyways, but I don't know, this would be more Flo's. So maybe Flo was called Flossie too. I don't know. Anyway, this was a grade book. You know, she's graded, writing, stuff like that. So that's neat. Oh yeah, this was pretty cool. I don't know who did this. It's just a book. It says clothing. There's this that was in there, this J.P. Coates sewing book. Really cute images in here. How adorable are those images? So that's pretty neat. And then this is Flossie Meyer. So these must have been a class she took. Types of stitches, all handwritten here. And then here, she's doing a French seam and just some stitches. Some drawings of a nightgown. Pretty neat, yeah. And that's pretty neat. I need to do some more research and figure out if Flossie is the same as Flo or if they're different. So this was neat. Pretty big book. It says order book. Yeah, so 1928 it looks like. It's just a big ledger. So just another ledger. But the size and stuff I thought was kind of neat. So that's neat. And I don't know which direction they go. Mrs. Maud Diver. So this was Maud's before she got married. North Benton, Ohio. Look at that writing. I just love that. 1893. Yeah, that's pretty neat. I love their handwriting. Ugh. Kind of, isn't that funny? Look at how beautiful that is. And then that was in 1898, and then you come to 1902. Still nice handwriting, but not as nice as the others. So there's that one, and then there was this one there. And this is James and Maud, 1904. And they inventoried all the stuff they bought. You know, bread, 1 loaf for 10 cents. Rent was $18. A P.O. box to have was 10 cents. Laundry, 10 cents. Tea, corn, oil, lemons, sugar, 30 cents. So, yeah, this is full. And then a family expense record, which I've had shown these before. This one's in better shape, but 1910 it looks like. So those are fun. All right, I need my towel to wipe this off. That stuff with the leather, I've noticed, is what really disintegrates the worst. Okay, so this I found. This is a wallet, and I did take the stuff out because this wallet is falling apart. So this was James's wallet. And there was just some canceled checks and receipts, business cards, a prescription from 1930. I hope I'm in frame here. And then there's some more business cards and such, his identification. And then there's a bunch of tickets. Chicago to Cleveland, Pittsburgh to Chicago. Those are neat. And then this was in there. So that's neat. I mean, I found quite a few wallets in there in this stuff. Did find this. Father's School List of Bible Readings. So this would have been James's. And so yeah, it's just a little book. It's falling apart. It has the Lord's Prayer in it. The 10 Commandments. 4 public schools. This is what's crazy. So this was allowed in the public schools then. The 23rd Psalm, the Apostles' Creed, and in the first month, the first week, the second week, third week, second month, and they would read these scriptures. So I think that's pretty cool. Okay, so that was in that box. This is pretty neat too. It's kind of like a journal type thing. And he just kept his expenses in here. But these were in there too, which are his receipts for college. So he went to Mount Union College, and this is the receipt for $1,900. And he had literary department, $5. And they go all the way back to 1892, $10 for the winter term. So I thought that was pretty neat. And there's a good stack there. So those were in there. That was in the little box of journals that I pulled up. Okay, these are super neat. We'll go through these two first. These two were James's also. And so this one had a list of books that he wanted to read or did read, which I thought was pretty neat. It's mostly empty, this one is. But I thought that was cool. And then this one had more of just his expenses. 1893, and then this goes a jump. Oh no, 1893 still, sorry. 1897, toothbrush, 25 cents. A filling for a tooth, $3.75. Laundry, 26 cents. Car fare, 50 cents. Another tooth filling, $4. So it's just interesting. Okay, so this is the super neat one. James again. I'm not sure what all this stuff is that I've read, but then here's some yellow fever remedy, smallpox, and then not sure what all this is. Just some writings, some expense account, again. But you get, so there's some blank pages in between, and then you get to this, and this says, a remnant from the stars and stripes of the 8th, I don't know what that is, OVI? Sadly, I don't know what that means, but it's military. This piece was taken from the post to which the flag was fastened and to which it clung as the flag was flapping about in the wind. June 22nd of 1898. Colonel's orderly, no, colonial orderly James Silver. So yeah, that's pretty neat. And then this is the oath of allegiance that he took. Just some receipts of field service. So this was when he was drafted. Some scriptures, and this is his diary. April 25th, 1998. After laboring under the war excitement for over half a week, finally fell a victim to the ever and after supper. Went downtown and took the physical examination under a doctor and was pronounced a sound man with the exception of something to do with his eyes. Took my certificate down to the captain and was sworn in as a member of the COK 8th. Okay, that's G maybe? That's what, I can't read his writing. So yeah, so this is a diary then. And then he's got his manual of laws. So that's pretty neat. And this is pretty much a diary through this whole thing. So I'm going to take the time and read through this a little bit better. So pretty neat. That's why it's like, do I or don't I take the time and look through each of those journals and read stuff. So this one I just thought was neat. It's just a leather wallet kind of thing. There's a telegram in here, just being informed of a death of somebody. Here's some bank books, and this is from 1918. Just thought they were cute, and the handwriting. There's a few of those in there. These I thought were neat. I'm sure these were mods, or maybe they could have been Levinas. But again, they wrote down everything, and they used up all their little, I mean, I remember having all these little notepads, but I loved them so much, I didn't use them. And that's my problem. I like things that I like a lot, I tend to not use, because I don't want them to get ruined. And I just need to use the things. And this was in there. It says memo book. Is it 1913 maybe? 1918. So just another little memo book, but I liked the pictures in there, graphics. This I thought was neat. This was a gift to James in 1918, I believe, from Maud. And it's just a little book, Noble Thoughts from Channing, Van Dyke, Wordsworth, Holmes, and others. Just little quotes and stuff. A passport. This is Levina's passport. There's a nice picture in here of her in her younger years. Let's see. Just notebooks filled with battery. I mean, just tons of notes. Oh, this is cool, yeah. This was his writing board. So he would put that in between when he would write. And then he had carbon paper in here too. So, yeah. Just some really old. This book's worth reading again. Yeah, I just love this paper. And this is pretty much full. Yeah. Just some neat, there's a little ledger, a tiny one. Look at how small that is. And that, another one. So, I got a phone call. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that, which you probably don't even notice. But I did want to show a picture that I did find. This is of Maud and James, and they are saying this is like their wedding picture. So I just love this. Just, they are, I think, a good-looking couple. So I thought that was super neat. And somebody wrote on here. So James and Maud married September 2nd, 1899, at the home of our college president. And then the picture was taken about Christmas time. So this wasn't taken right at their wedding, but a little time after. So I just think that's wonderful. a wonderful picture. And then I did find some other ones, a few others that I wanted to share. So this is a picture of Joanne, the lady of the estate sale, her dad, Albert Silver, which is the son of Maud and James, and then his wife, Flo or Flossie. So I thought that was pretty neat. And this is Joanne also. That's Flossie and Albert. I didn't see a whole lot of those two together. So this is Joanne and her husband. I think she's pregnant here with their one and only child. This is Maud holding Dan, their child. And he is still alive. Okay, so okay, so I've mentioned that Maud and James had a third child. Well, this is their third child. There's two of the same picture. So Maud and James, and I believe this is Leland. And I think he was an oops, as I put it. And I think they maybe thought that they were done having children, and I don't know, I'm just assuming, obviously. And then they had Leland. So I think that's pretty neat. I did find, I don't know if I pulled it. Okay, yeah, so here is, I think this is around the same time. So this is Albert, Leland, and Maud. So he's quite a bit older. He's the oldest. Yeah, I believe he's the oldest. And then there's, oh, maybe I'm wrong, actually. Now I can't remember thinking of it. Actually, no. Lavina's the oldest, because this is Lavina and Albert. I think this says 1910 on there. So Lavina's the oldest, and then she looks older anyways than Albert here. And then Leland. So I thought that was pretty neat. Just kind of piecing it all together. And then I just found some other great photos. This is another one of James, which is him. This is a picture of Albert, which is Joanne's dad. And these are also of Albert. And this is, so apparently James eventually went to be called Jim because it says Jim and Maud. And he lived longer than I thought he did. I found Lavina had taken a picture of his, the gravestone where they buried him. And now I forget, but I want to say he was like 65 or something like that. Too much stuff going in through my brain. So, but he lived longer than I originally thought he did. So, this is James holding Joanne. And this is James again. Here's Maud and James. So that was around the same time. And then this is Leland, their son, their third child. So yeah, I thought those were kind of neat. I wanted to share a little bit more of what I found. Make sure. I just loved seeing these pictures. So this is Maud and Lavina. I don't know who this is. It says, but I don't know that side. And Maud and Lavina. I mean, how cute are they? Maud and Lavina. Oh, and this is neat. So this is Maud, Lavina, and this is Flossie. I keep calling her Flo and Flossie. I'm going to assume it's the same person. until I can figure out otherwise. So, and that Flossie is Joanne's mother. So those are pretty neat. Yeah. Going through all those photos that I showed you in the last video. Okay, so I think I'm going to have to make this a two-parter because I'm just going to take you off and kind of show you what I really wanted to go through. I have this stack right here, which that won't take very long, I don't think, but this box right here of things. And then I also wanted to kind of, I'll just show you a few of these magazines, but this whole stack of magazines, I'm not going to show you all of them, but, and that's not all of them. That's just some that I brought in the house. I have a bunch downstairs in the other room and I think in the garage. And then there's this table. I haven't showed you any of the furniture. I did take some furniture and it looks dirty, but I like that. It's just worn. And eventually I will do a craft room tour and I can show maybe some other pieces of furniture that I was able to take. So yes, there is furniture too. There's a lot. Okay, so I don't know if I showed this before, but it's really old, so I wanted to show it again. I had it in, I'm keeping my stack separately, the stuff I've shown, and I have a room where I'm stacking up all the stuff that I've shared with you already. So anyways, this is an old newspaper from, it was established then, let's see here, but this one is from 1909. So I thought that was pretty cool. It's in pretty good shape too. It's not super brittle or anything. So yeah. This will be fun to go through and kind of read the articles. So, the advertisements. But yeah, so that's pretty neat. And I have a ton more other boxes of newspapers too. Okay, so here's I think I showed some other Saturday Evening Posts, or maybe I showed this one too. So there was a lot. Well, no, there was just a few posts. A lot of the Life magazines. So, yeah, these are neat. I don't know what I'm going to do with these. I'll probably peek at them and maybe look at some of the advertisements, but I'm not sure. Same with these Life magazines. There's a lot of these. But I thought the Jackson 5, that was pretty cool. And then Apollo 11 on the moon. And the Olympics. So those are neat. And this is the Saturday Evening Post I like, with Norman Rockwell art on the front. 1945, yeah. See, these are the ones I like. These are older. This is older than that other one. Okay, let's see here. There's this Modern Maturity, which is not very old, 1986, but some of the advertisements and pictures were really neat in here, so yeah. Better Homes and Gardens, 1972. But I love this front cover, so beautiful. And the advertisements and stuff in here are really neat. And photos. Who doesn't like a Better Homes and Garden magazine? I always did when I was growing up, so. And then there were, let's see, some McCall's magazines that I found. This is 1969. So this one's super fun. I was super excited when I saw these. So there's that one, and then this is 1970. And another Christmas of 1966, so this one's older. And I love Christmas. Christmas is my favorite holiday. And so whenever I can find a vintage old Christmas with vintage Christmas images, that always makes me happy. But I just love the images in here. So those are fun. And I believe there's more of these McCalls. I don't know. This one doesn't have the cover. What is this one? House and Garden is this one. So, but that's fun. And it looks like dirty. House and Garden, that's what these are. 75 cents. This is 1968. And they're a mess. They need to be wiped. So there's quite a few of those. Christmas one. So yeah, those are going to be fun to clean up and go through. I got a lot of cleaning up to do, obviously. There's an American Home, which just has really cool images in it. So there's that. And then, yeah, that rest of the stack is Life magazines. So I got plenty of Life magazines. Okay, so, and then there's this box. And in here are newspapers. They kept their newspapers. They loved their news, but that's, I guess, how they, way of communication then. And they would put everything in the newspapers, like Joanne. I mean, I saw a newspaper clipping where I believe Joanne and George, probably Joanne, put in the newspaper what they did for the summer holiday and where they went. I'm like, really? You put that in the newspaper? But, yep. Anyways, 1923, Ohio State Lantern. So, yeah, and they're pretty brittle. Like I just ripped that. But these will be fun to go through. There's 1898. Wow. And this is from Pittsburgh. It's a newer one. Japan. VE Day proclaimed. Fighting will stop. Cool. 1945. So yeah, lots of newspapers here. 1944, 1936, can't see, sorry. So yeah, this stuff, just newspapers do not age well. So anyways, there is that box of goodies. Okay, I also have, I think I mentioned that one of my other videos, that there was a case where he sued Campbell, and that wasn't like a real estate thing. So this is like all the documents from that. So, and I have noted in some of the diaries that I've kind of just briefly looked at, kind of notes in there of from this case also. Charles Campbell, James Silver. So this is how they printed up their stuff, and yeah, so and this is 1919 to 1922, and this is James Silver against Campbell. I mean, I read in here where there was an assault where there was some fist fights and all that stuff. And maybe it was in this that I read that. In some of these papers, I don't remember, but so I just think it's interesting. I don't know what I'm going to do with these papers, but and there was this 1923. So this is just more documentation of, I think this has to do with the Campbell, because it had to do with property and such, so. And then there was this one. But, I mean, these are cool. I mean, you can use these in journals. These are old receipts and stuff. No, yeah, typing, the typewriter. And let me move this. Yeah, this is just, I think, some more documents. Lawsuit documents and such. For his attorney, more documents. Ew. Okay, well, it says case for Campbell, so again, this is just some more, yeah, more court documents. Yep. So I have a lot of that. Okay. We're going to go through that stuff quickly because that's boring, but it's interesting to see. Not something that I'm going to read through. Okay, so there were 2 of these. And I actually have more of these. They like these cookies, biscuits. I'm going to move these pictures so they don't get ruined. But I have 1 more of these or 2 more of these. I can't remember. But they liked these biscuits, and then they like to use them for storage, which I think that's what makes it fun too. So it was labeled, but I can't read it anymore. Okay, so this is more photos. Oh, wow. Yeah. I think I peeked in here, but I have forgotten because it's been a while. And then this says correspondence from Joe, Flo, and Roger, etc. I do not know who Roger is. So, and that is this one. So we'll just kind of quickly go. I wonder if these are all negatives, or so it doesn't seem very thick to have pictures in there. It looks like that one that was a negative. So yeah, and then and then there's these slides too. These are tiny ones. Wow. Wow, those are super tiny. I don't know if I've ever seen them that small. couple of those in there, and there's some of these in the other box of negatives that I showed you. That looks like some correspondence too, some letters. Let's pull these out here. So looks like, yeah, handwritten letter in there. Oh, some cards. I mean, you have to go through everything. That's cute. Hi. Oh, that's cute. So, like, I'll go through this and put the card with the cards and the handwritten letter with the handwritten letter. Letter from a college. So yeah, so just some correspondence here. Christmas greetings from the Holy Land. State College postcards. Yeah, those are neat. And then these are all, I found a few of these kind of not postcard type, but photos. They had photos printed and then they were bound like this. So, okay. Okay, and just some more correspondence. So, yeah, I'm not going to go through everything because, as you know, it takes forever. Always, if I go through stuff and I find something that I think that you guys would like, I'll always show it in a different video. So, oh yeah, Lavina. Okay, so that's that tin. And then there's this tin, which is kind of continuation of that other one with the correspondence. So it's just a lot of letters and cards. And that's all this is. Postcards in there. Some pretty stationery, one piece. Okay, and then it looks like some bills. So you guys really haven't experienced the other end of the spectrum. They saved all their bills. Because I have a copy of all their electric bill, their mortgage bill, their automobile statement, all that. Department stores. So that's what these are. Try to see a year, 1972. So these aren't super old. So I'll have to go through them, and you know, if there's some cool ephemera in there, I'll pull those out to use. I don't. Yeah. Yeah, that's what's in there. Just more bills. Kind of looks like, yeah. Just more bills. And then, oh, it looks like all of her notepads that she kept. They were note takers. That one's mostly empty. But here. All her notes. Yeah. But, you know, if you don't hang on to those, I wouldn't have you know, the great ephemera from the 1800s, right? Gotta start somewhere. Hanging on to stuff. Somebody does, right? Otherwise we wouldn't have this wonderful stuff. Okay. So I think what this box is I think this stuff was in a different box, but that box was really kind of disintegrating and I don't know, a mess. So I think I transferred it to another box. So we've got another stack of letters. And this says 1965, I think. And this is to Lavina. So I'm not going to open this. Yeah, these are all to Lavina in the 60s. Looks like there could be some older stuff. Yeah, in the 1920s back here. So some delicate papers back here. So I'll be interested to go through and see what they are, but I don't know, I kind of like leaving them in these stacks like this and just admiring them, so we'll see. And then there's just a stack of, that's not it. And then this is some more. And I think this was all just thrown in a different box, so it's a hairpin. Okay, so this is a telephone bill for Mrs. Silver, and this is 1947. And just some brochures. Another bill. Looks like more bills inside there. But, like, okay, so this is, we'll take one of these out. I don't know what this company is. Let's see. But there's good ephemera in here, I think. Wholesale distributors, hardware, auto accessories, wheels, rims, so could then. So here's a bill for her balance of $4.59. 1947. And just a letter that went with it. But I mean, those are cool. I think they're cool. They'll look great in a journal. And so will this envelope. So, okay, so that's all that's in there, and just a lot of pamphlets and such. Another bill. Monthly Messenger, Public School Number 4. 1947. Very cool. The advertisements and stuff. Yeah, it's ripping. Very neat. That one's neat. Newspaper clipping, a lot of these in there. Scattered. So yeah, this is what I gotta do off camera. I gotta go through all this stuff and categorize it, and go through it. Yeah. $1946, I love that writing. Just a card in there. Some negatives, looks like photos. No, it doesn't really. This one might have photos in it. Yeah. There are. I don't know who these. I don't know. So Leland got married, and I think I found photos of him and his wife, but I'm not sure if that's him and his wife because the photos weren't labeled. I'm thinking this is his wife, Leland, but I love this winter photo. Love that in a journal, winter journal. So, I mean, you got to go through everything because look, I mean, there's these cool pictures in here. Yeah, see, this is Lavina. This is Lavina. I really think that this is Leland's wife, and then that would be their child. Lavina never married, as far as I can tell. So, yeah. Anyway. So yeah, it's just a lot of articles and bills. Don't know what those are. Let's see. Looks like a handwritten note. Pictures. Let's see. Okay, well, here you go. There's the gravestone for James. He died in 1939. So 1874 to 1939. The negative of his headstone. McBride, I don't know who this is. There you go, motto's still alive. Okay. So yeah, I pretty much have to go through all those envelopes because there'll be pictures in there. Oh, here's a cool ticket. Yeah. Oh, these are fun. I found a bunch of these. These are their local dairy in Pittsburgh. And this is pretty much their previous balance, and then they would buy kind of what they would buy. This is 1939. So I have a lot of these, so yeah. County Treasurer's Office. Lots of these in here, which is kind of fun. Yeah, so, yeah. The envelope's falling apart. 1940. So lots of bills, Chicago title. Yeah, I don't want to bore you with all this, but just more bills. A card that has been ruined by a piece of leather. Mrs. James Silver, Niagara Falls, Canada. And a little card, super cute. Take that out so I can take care of it. Here's one of those spiral notebooks that got lost in there. This one is empty for the most part. I'll put that with the other ones. So, yep, bills, lots of bills and stuff. So I think I like this stuff. And I mean, originally that's kind of what brought me this gentleman to give me the opportunity to go through this stuff, because he knew I liked paper ephemera and such. So okay, not done yet. There was this in there too. So this is another one of those, oh, it's just a binder. I thought it was one of those expense things, but it's not. So it looks like just a lot of his house, modern home, contracts, blanks. Here you go. Here's an example of those really cool paper clips. Some older ones. Contract for, kind of looks like this has to do with their home, and that's neat paper. I apologize if I'm not in frame. I really haven't been paying attention. But a lot of papers here. But see, a lot of papers have all these paper clips and they've rusted over time. And so in one of my other videos, I showed all the paper clips I've accumulated, and this is what they are. I would take them off of these and just kind of put them all together. So receipts, lots of receipts. And then this stuff is attached here. Letters. I can't read. 1919. Yep. It's really cool. Feed and mill. So a lot of receipts in here. This is cool. Tons of receipts and letters, and look at this letterhead. And that's beautiful. Okay. So put these back in here. I like to keep this kind of stuff together. In a folder. Let's see if it's labeled at all with any. Nope. Okay, so James Silver, Junior address. I'm going to say $18.99 on this. Yeah, $18.99. This is a paper he wrote for school. The Price of Success. And look at that paper clip. Oh my goodness, it's fancy. Look at that handwriting. Wow. Yeah. Okay, I forgot I found this. I think I peeked at this and just kind of kept it together. And I think it goes the other way. Look at this handwriting. Wow. Okay. This does not have a date. It has dates in here, but they're just talking about something. Wow. Pretty neat. This is the 1900 paper written. Municipal ownership. So these are a bunch of his schoolwork. I just love the handwriting. Yeah. Wonders of the vegetable world. This world is full of wonderful things. In whatever branch of science you may study, we may study. $18.99. This one is typed. Huh. Wow. 1900 senior address. Wow, pretty cool. Mount Union College. Yeah, so these are just a bunch of his papers he wrote. Look at all that. Wow. Writing notes on the back of a type of receipt. Wow. So that's pretty neat. What was that folder? This one is, these are falling apart. Bunch of notes and receipts. $19.24. First National Bank. So just, yeah. Typed, handwritten letters, receipts, bunch of stuff. I'll have to take the time to go through that more carefully. I don't remember where I found these. This was in a big filing. I took 2 filing cabinets. So one of them is a solid wood filing cabinet. Actually, there's 3 filing cabinets, but 2 full-sized and then a small one. And one was solid wood, oak, which I will be keeping. I absolutely love. When I figure out how to do pictures, which I think I might have an idea, I can add them in to some of these videos. So it's just some more letters and stuff. Letters and receipts. Look at that. I love that letterhead. Insurance company. You know, like this stuff is fun. So just a bunch of, yeah, papers on that letterhead. Nice. Looks like they're insurance papers. Okay. And newspaper articles and some papers. Looks like another lawsuit. Don't know which one this is for. So there, that is those papers. Should be fun. Fun, fun, fun. Okay, I'm not going to go through this other box. I'm going to call it quits on this video. And I do want to show you one thing quickly. I forgot to show you picture-wise. I showed you this wedding picture. I had found this envelope in the picture somewhere. I don't know. Early silver family pictures. And they're just some work cabinet cards, which I have shown you. And I don't know who these people are. So this is Maud as a baby. This is her as a baby. That's cool. I'm not sure who this is. This might be Maud's mother. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to do some more research on that. Or maybe this was her mother. I don't know. Anyways. This is James. Yeah. 1893. This is him. And this is him. And this is also another picture of him. And this is 1898. Quite a few of those. Oh, and then I forgot. So this is James. They say he's probably about 5 in 1877. How neat is that? I think it's super neat. And then this is just one of the family members. I haven't figured out. This is a neat old photo, and here, well, it's a postcard photo, but James and his wife Maud first went to housekeeping a second floor of this house. Okay, so it's a family house. House was built by John Diver, which is Maud's family. So I'm going to assume it's his dad, maybe. And that would be some of them right there. And then this is, I think it's the same house. But it's the Diver side. I'm not sure how that all plays out, but Maud's family. So I thought those were pretty neat. So that's really going back far, but I thought finding these pictures of James was pretty neat. So anyways, that is my video today. I hope I was in frame. It's another long one, I'm sure. So thanks for watching. Go check out Cherie's channel. She has all the links to the people participating in Thrifty Thursday. Leave me a comment if you like, and we'll talk to you soon.